It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see Cole Holcomb, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Commanders and the Packers. All that and more coming up next.
Well, we've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Commanders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And he takes this near the 25. Wentz to throw on the first play from scrimmage. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Play action. Now Wentz. Steps away.
No hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Wentz's throw complete there to Thomas. And he has a big gain inside the 40. On second down, there's the option going left. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. From the red zone now, Wentz. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Good, got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Field goal. This from 25 yards out. Sly able to put this one through. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. On play action, Rodgers. The throw complete to the tight end, Tenyon. And he's up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They'll run for it with Dillon. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it.
Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down into
defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Carson Wentz. His 17th touchdown now on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. Now Dillon on the inside give. He'll be on 3rd down, here's Dillon. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line. Washington will take control of the football in great field position. On play action, Wentz.
Ball.
On 2nd and 10, Wentz flushed out right. And he'll take the... Wentz going to throw. And that will be incomplete. Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And he missed it. Throwing is Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Rodgers. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And the Packers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
License, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are back within a score. Here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete there to Thomas.
With a catch.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That was all Preston Smith.
Zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. Wentz, he's going to try and keep this. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
One was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly.
1st and 10. Here's Gibson on the read option. And he'll be brought down at the 20.
Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Down a 3rd and long now after that sack. They'll set up a throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now field goal from the left hash. It's a 42-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through. And the lead stretch. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite
Here in this half.
Rodgers now to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. On play action, it's Rodgers. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. To throw is Rodgers. Throw left side, complete. That's Watkins. Here's Rodgers to throw. Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that. Throwing is Rodgers. And he'll just throw this one over.
And if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
Throwing now is Wentz. To the right side and complete to Thomas.
And now that forces him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Able to connect with Dotson. And he is out of bounds, getting it down. Back to the ground with Gibson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Rodgers now on 1st down. And that'll be complete. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he'll get it out of from midfield. Here's Rodgers. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw finds its target. A couple of inches now from the 29. The throw over the middle taken in. Rodgers now on first down. That's going to be caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Allen Lazard, 30 yards. And the Packers have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look.
Pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover
opportunities. 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Wentz now to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Now swing pass for Dillon. Rodgers going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the... Here's Gibson on the read option. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. They'll run with Gibson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back.
Run there.
On 2nd and goal. Wentz. Dance. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Everyone on offense not doing their job. But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to clock. Yeah, day one, the offensive guys lost because they wanted to stand back.
Rodgers again now. He'll go right back to this game, not as long as they hold this lead. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to have it here just past the 25. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Washington, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.